Hi, I'm Mark Musashi. I'm an actor and I'm a stuntman. I got my start in Tokyo, Japan as a member of AAC Stunts. Through them, I got to work on 3 different Japanese TV shows. And then in 2008, I came over to Los Angeles. Since coming over here, I've had an opportunity to work on a number of different films and television series. One project that I got to work on, which was a lot of fun, was something that you might have seen. I got to work on the Street Fighter Cross Tekken web video. And through that, I got to work with 1,000 Pounds.
Hi, I'm Amy Johnston. I'm an actress and stunt woman. I've been doing martial arts my whole life because my father is a martial arts instructor and kickboxing champion. So literally since I was in my crib, he had little punching bags and would kick and punch. So yeah, growing up watching the martial arts film, there was never a female action star that I could personally relate to. There was all these male characters and they were incredible, but there was never that one female action star. And I would really like to see that happen, and that's why I came to Hollywood. And then I met 1,000 Pounds actually on Facebook. I think Chris said, "Yo, you wanna shoot a film or shoot a fight?" And I was like, "Sure."
My name is Brendan Hewer. I've been doing martial arts since I was 3 years old, and I actually started off as a martial arts competitor. I competed on a lot of different martial arts circuits growing up, both more performance-based martial arts and, the sport combative martial arts. My dad got me started in martial arts because he was a martial artist, and he kind of just fed me like martial arts media, like as I was a child, just to kind of get me into the world. And yeah, I fell for it hard. I grew up watching Bruce Lee movies and then later Jet Li movies, and once I ran out of those, I started watching anything with martial arts in it that I could find. And eventually along the road that led me to discovering anime and manga. My first video with 1,000 Pounds was Street Fighter Beginning's End. And that's where I met Chris for the first time.
Quite honestly, working with 1,000 Pounds has been an amazingly enjoyable experience. I too am a huge gamer and a big fan of video games and anime and all those things. And just the amount of fun that we had on set, talking and playing, it's just, I had my family in Japan when I was working over there, and I feel like I've kind of found those kindred spirits over here too, and it was a wonderful experience. And now, we're gearing up to work on a new project, Clandestine.
Chris, like I said, is a genius behind the camera and editing and just how he makes video games and anime media come to life the way it should be. And Haley is an amazing writer, and the worlds that he creates, like what we're working on now, Clandestine, is, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's going to be very amazing.
One of the things that particularly excites me about Clandestine is the character that I get to play. The one that's not directly in the spotlight, but just outside. Something about playing a character like that, whose motives are not completely known, and whose actions or reactions to any given circumstance are not that predictable, and they're just a little bit mysterious, that has always really appealed to me, and I'm really excited to be playing that character in Clandestine. One of the great things about working with Chris and Haley is their vision for bringing the video game and anime media to life, to a live action screen. Haley has written almost all of the projects that we've done, and it still boggles my mind to think of how effectively and how just on point like all of the characters act. I mean, they act exactly like they do in whatever their respective media is, video game, anime, and he so perfectly captures that feel within the script that it's impossible to not get immersed into it.
Chris's ability to move the camera and capture it in the best possible angle, and his understanding of action editing and really capturing the speed and power and just the rhythm of the fight is something that I think not many directors have.
A lot of times when you have action films, the story isn't that great, or it's not up to par with the action. One's either way up here and the story's down here, or vice versa. And I think with Clandestine, you're going to see quite an amazing story and action piece.
So I got to take a look at the rough draft of the first episode of Clandestine, and I'd say that it's very much the type of thing that I enjoy. It's got certain aspects of dark, gritty, mixed with, supernatural sci-fi action.
It really brings to mind like anything that anybody has ever, critically acclaimed as being great. But at the same time, so new that it's really hard to imagine that nobody has come up with this yet. And I feel like if I can be this excited about the first 2 episodes where it's just supposed to be the characters being introduced, imagine what's going to happen by the climax of the series. So please, if you guys can donate and help see this through to the end, do so, because I want to see what's going to happen next.
So we are asking for your donations. Anything will help to be able to see this project through, because it's going to be something that you have never seen before. And I want to see some of you guys at the rap party. Actually, I want to see all of you guys at the rap party.
So, here's a little known fact. I got to work with 1,000 Pounds on the Street Fighter Cross Tekken video. And as many people have mentioned in the comments, yes, they got funded from Capcom to make a video. And it was one of the first times that they weren't paying for things out of their own pocket. However, one thing that you don't know is that yes, I got paid, and hair and makeup got paid, and locations got paid. But 1,000 Pounds didn't get paid for that. 1,000 Pounds did that because they loved it. They loved that world, and they loved those videos. And I think what people need to realize is that, yes, they do it for the love of it, and they love to create these stories for us. But quite honestly, you need to pay the bills. You need to pay rent. And if you're having to make these videos, on your own time and on your own dime, when it comes time to pay the rent, unfortunately, sometimes these things take the back burner. I believe there was a video that they made. It was some anime character, ninja. It was like some drunken fist boxing. Anyway, it's not important. But unfortunately, it got put on the back burner for a very, very long time. By donating to this project, you can guarantee that this stays on the front burner and gets produced in a timely fashion. And I personally would rather not have to wait 8 months to see how this turns out. So for those of you that are fans of 1,000 Pounds and want to see where this story goes, please donate, just so that Chris gets strapped to his computer and actually puts things out on a deadline. Thank you.